Y'all, people are gonna be like, rats, rats. No, we have squirrels. Lola, we have like squirrels, or chipmunks. Hold on. No, ma'am. Go. Go lay down. Go lay down. She's like stepping on phone chargers. Go lay down now. Go. Sorry. She wants loving. Oh, I think it's hilarious. Um, so anyway, we've always heard them, and it's not rats, it's like squirrels or whatever. It gets cold. And so I was sitting on the sofa the other day and I heard something in the attic because I was going to bring Santa down. And people are like, you need an exterminator. Well, I have an exterminator that comes once a month. As a matter of fact, he dropped off a calendar a couple days ago. I can go look at the receipt because he comes in and he sprays. We have scorpions here, by the way. And you would never think that you have scorpions in Georgia. You would think that's like a desert thing. But we legit have scorpions. But they're like this small. They're like the size of a quarter. When we first got here, we were in the house like, I don't know, like a week. Good morning, Chris. We were like a week and we went to go to the garbage can and we saw a scorpion and it was like this big and it was alive. And I was like, oh, hell to the no. So we have an exterminator service that comes once a week. So y'all may like the rat story or whatever, but there's no rats in the house, legit. Like we have an exterminator. He comes, Patrick sprays like once a month. He comes, sprays the whole house because of the scorpion thing. So he came like, Thursday. He came on Thursday. Today is Saturday. Yeah, so he came on Thursday. And I was like, because I was sitting on the sofa and everything was really quiet. And I heard like some kind of scratching up in the attic. And it sounded like crazy. And it sounded like something big. And so when he came on Thursday, I was like, hey, do you guys do exterminating as well since you're like an exterminator? And he's like, yeah, like what? I'm like, I don't know. I heard something in the attic and it was like scratching. And I was like thinking about bringing Santa down, but I'm like really scared to go in the attic, Patrick. And he was like, well, let me go up there and look. And I was like, okay. And so he went up in the attic and he walked around and he's like, I don't see anything. So by the way, the bats are gone. Apparently you can't do that. And so those little bitty bats were baby bats because they're gone. Because he went up in my attic and he said, I don't see anything. And he walked around the whole attic. So apparently with the law that you can only like exterminate bats from a certain time, I guess when they were flying up there, those were baby bats. Because I think when we closed on the house, we had a bat problem with the exterminator thing and the bats are flying up having babies. So the bats are gone because the exterminator went and walked my entire attic and said, I don't see anything. So I'm going to go back up there and I may bring Santa down for a special guest host dinner because he walked my entire attic and said, I don't see anything. So probably the bats are gone. So I'll take a video up there, by the way, because he legit walked my attic and said, I see nothing. But he said, I see a hole, a big hole in your attic to where possibly things are coming in and out. So I'm going to go up in my attic and there probably won't be any bats up there. So they were probably like little baby bats because they did look tiny. So probably the bats went in there, had babies, and then they got bigger and then they flew out. If you had rats or mice, you'd know. You would hear them. No, I hear them running around. Oh, in here? Yeah, in the house, of course the dogs would go at them. Because these windows, I don't know if you can see the railings behind them. When the squirrels run over the railings, the dogs legit run at the windows and jump at the windows. So, no, of course. But no, in the walls, you can hear them in the walls. They did look really tiny. Yeah, they were really tiny. And when you think about it, I think it was just baby bats. Because Patrick legit Thursday went up in my attic and walked my attic and said, there's nothing up here. And so he said, I do see a hole up in the attic to where maybe squirrels get up there. And that makes sense because if they were up there, then they could get in our walls. And during like the winter every year, like Etienne and I can hear like the squirrels in our walls or chipmunks or whatever they are. Because we have both here. But I only see squirrels like at this time of the year. I don't know why. But yeah, I think it was baby bats. I think they fly in there and have the babies until the baby, yeah, because they were really tiny. But I've never really seen big bats around here, so I don't know. Anyway, but he walked my entire attic and said he didn't see anything in there. So, anyway, no, so they put a screen. It's a vent, and you can't close off the vent. It's my attic vent. It's on the side of my house. You can't plug the hole there. You can't plug the hole on the side. It's my vent in my attic. It's an attic vent. But what they did is they put a very thick piece of wire there and they nailed it in. So the bats were not in my attic. They were on the screen of the big thick piece of wire that was nailed in there. So they were not in my attic and the hole was sealed. It's a very thick piece of wire to where they cannot enter the attic. Everybody kept saying, seal the hole. The hole was sealed. They can't enter the attic. But you can't seal the vent because that is my attic vent. So the hole was sealed. So I didn't have bats in my attic. The hole was sealed by a piece of wire, a very thick piece of wire that was nailed or stapled in or whatever they did to it. But you can't seal the hole. It's my attic ventilator. Like, they weren't in my attic. They were like up against that thick wire that goes into my vent. But no, you have an exterminator quarterly. No, I have somebody that comes in once a month because I legitimately, if I don't, and every once in a while, I'll find a dead scorpion in my house. So they do come in. And every once in a while, I'll find one of those flying roaches like dead upstairs or something. But no, I have an exterminator that comes once a month. As a matter of fact, sometimes he aggravates me and he comes every 3 weeks. And I'm like, Patrick, you were here like 3 weeks ago, late. You were here on the 22nd. Why are you coming back so soon? But no, yeah, I can cover up the name of the exterminator place, but I just got my friggin' Christmas calendar that they dropped off. No, I mean, they're dead. Like, I'll find it when I find scorpions in the house now, they're dead. But when we first moved in, like, we went to bring the garbage out, and Etienne was like, Michelle, come see this. And I'm like, what? He's like, it's a scorpion. And I'm like, no, it's not.
Excrement. Ugh. Ladies, I bet.
Hold on.